guess I'll give it to her.
So y'all ready to not start Mass Effect again today? Way.
Yeah, Bio secretly sent us another, like, 4 or 5 dozen memes that we have to go through.
It was only like 20-something images. I was looking yesterday because I was telling Bass, I was like, yeah, we didn't actually start. Maybe this time would spend the entire last half hour of this stream in tears. It would be nice, right? Right? Like, good lord.
Yeah, we were all kind of in our feels last week.
Alright, so. Why am I in the options menu? Did I come in here for a reason?
I don't know, let's ask Bio. Is the sound balance okay?
Well, we did that last week, so it should be fine. Combat difficulty, whatever. Level scaling. Titles. Autosave tutorials. Those all seem reasonable.
Elle says sounds good.
Good.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified
So we're in it.
information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Due to your covert N7 status, ID records are complete. Please confirm identity from the records below or register manually. So we've got John Shepard, Boring McBoringson. Jane Shepard, or manually create a Shepard, which is
Clearly what we're doing.
Yeah. Custom female, blatantly. Oh, you just jump in as a soldier. No. Got half a mind to name this thing Byleth.
I mean, we could just make that our go-to canon protagonist name. I don't know, Bio, how do you feel about that? You arguably have the closest connection to our canon Byleth of
So here's
anyone.
the thing. The only thing you get to choose is first name. Last name is fixed.
Always
It's
Shepard.
always Shepard, and
Yeah.
that is exclusively what you will be referred to as throughout the entire game. So I suppose the meme is to name yourself Shepard, so that, like, everyone is referring to you by first name hilariously, but, like...
What's the fun in that, though?
Yeah. So, like, dude... I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean... Alright, screw it, a new war criminal. Good old Byleth Shepard.
Please
Fine
log
with
in
this.
to access your profile. Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Okay, so... what do we want to have done before our military service? Do we want to have been a spacer? So the child, like, you know, army brat of Alliance military. A colonist. So we were born on Mindwar, is how I'm going to assume that's pronounced. Which is, like, little border colony basically off in what I assume is the Outer Rim. And then slavers killed
your family
everybody
and, yeah.
that we knew and loved. Or were we just kind of a street rat from Earth?
So I think if we're naming her Byleth, we have to go Spacer, right? Because that's the military background.
Do we? I mean, she wasn't exactly
No, but she was a
military.
mercenary.
That's true. Otherwise, your first name would just be Commander, so people would actually call you by the full name of Commander Shepard. Yeah, that's true. Although it wouldn't make much sense out of the gate when we're not a commander yet. I mean, yeah, we can go Spacer.
From a mechanics standpoint, does it actually make any difference?
Slightly.
Well,
So-
I presume the difference on this is kind of like, almost akin to, because I've played other BioWare games, well, like selecting your origin in the Dragon Age games, and there might be situations where like that background gives
you get different conversation options depending on your background. Each of the backgrounds also gets like a separate quest later in the game that you don't get if you are on a different background. So that's pretty much it. The interesting thing about Spacer is that Spacer is literally the only one where you have a parent that you ever speak to.
Yeah, like that to me just kind of just from the perspective of us using the name Byleth, and I don't plan on having that like color all of my thought process in this, but the reason I'm letting it color it here is, both of the other ones really make you out to be basically nobody, because from Colonist, literally no one you know or love is alive, and you almost barely escaped being sold as a slave yourself, and Earthborn just says you're literally a nobody from Earth.
Street rat.
Yes, we could be Aladdin.
We could be Aladdin.
But
Space Aladdin.
Confirm psychological
Okay,
profile.
so do we want to be now? Here's where we get to be fucking
oh
dramatic.
god,
So
the
do we want
phrase
to
"Soul
be-
Survivor" just flashed me back to
Yeah.
Fallout 4.
So do we want to have gone on a mission that went super badly and everyone we went with died? Do we want to be the goddamn fucking war hero who, got a bunch of medals and shit? Or do we want to be ruthless?
I'm between War Hero and Ruthless. Because Soul Survivor is making me flash back to Fallout 4, and I'm not okay with
You've
that.
held fast to one basic rule. Get the job done. Cold, calculating, brutal. Reputation for ruthless efficiency. I mean, that sounds on brand, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, ruthless
Confirm
it is.
military specialization.
Right, military specialization. Soldier is.
Oh, this is the thing we talked about.
Yes. So soldier is guns and guns.
Where's the black hole one?
Soldier is being boring. Engineer is light armor, pistols, and tech stuff.
I want the black hole one.
Adept does the force powers and the light armor shit. Infiltrator is sniper rifles and technology. Sentinel is tech and also force powers. And then Vanguard is tech, or is force powers and shotguns, I think.
I want the black holes.
Pretty sure black hole is off of pure adept. The only way you get that is you go super hard into biotics. The downside to that is we are going to be totally useless against anything that walls biotics.
Look, you told me conjuring black holes from nothing was an option in this game. You can't expect me not to take it.
Fair enough. Just means we definitely have to bring Tali with us at all times, because we viciously need tech. Very
Confirm
badly.
facial identification.
Ooh, I saw something weird go on with the head when I first changed thingy there. Obviously we need to change appearance. So presets.
I kind of like the preset with the black bob.
Not that one.
No, the one with the kind of pixie cutty bob.
Like that one?
No. She was the second or third one.
What? The problem is by cycle presets it means generate something at complete fucking random.
That's awful. Presets are supposed to be preset. It's not supposed... If you want to what they're calling cycle presets is random fucking generation.
Okay. So we've got that hair, that hair.
Sarge,
Pay attention to the screen.
I was looking at chat.
Yeah, I know, but we're trying to figure out a thing.
Okay.
So we've got definitely not that, that, that. Many of these seem very similar.
Yes, but that's not surprising in these games.
But one of those has to have been the
So
one you liked.
go back.
Like this
that
one?
one.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was the one I was quite partial to as well, actually. How bushy brow do we want to be?
Not particularly bushy
Do
brow.
we want eyebrows at all?
Yes.
You can have no eyebrows.
We want eyebrows. I'm okay with
Those are probably the thinnest ones.
I don't necessarily need super. I like the slightly thicker ones, but that have like the
Like there.
the nice shape to them. No, slightly more. Those I like.
Okay. Brow color. Oh, great. What hair? Can we do proper Byleth hair colors?
Probably not.
You're gonna let us be blue.
Well, it is a BioWare game, so maybe.
Well, it'll let us be extremely red. Oh, purple.
Purple's
No.
blue adjacent.
We cannot get to like. I mean, one of these is probably the closest. Like one of these variants on black, if we were gonna go that way.
Probably the
Otherwise,
lighter black, like the one you went back to earlier.
This one.
Yeah, like I think that's about as close to blue or Byleth blue as we're gonna get.
Something that's worth mentioning is even though it says you specialize in pistols, you can still use other weapons. Yeah. You do fuck all for damage when you aren't using one of the weapons you specialize in, so not really a change. It made a terrible amount of difference.
But Sarge's comment was Willow going for space magic. I'm shocked.
Yeah, right? Okay, we gotta line this up correctly, I think. Is that lined up?
It's close enough.
I'm gonna say that's close enough.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah. That doing? Oh, that
It
is.
is.
Doing
I have feelings about that.
something. I mean, we can just skip it entirely.
Yeah.
Why do all lipsticks look awful in games? Like,
Well, that's why I usually go for like one of the more neutral, like pinks or reds, because those at least look somewhat more natural than just like pale.
eyeshadow color. Oh yeah.
When in doubt, black. We're not going Miami Strip Hawk here, Inu.
So I mean, that's kind of Cleopatra-esque.
Yeah, like that's
Not that. Like I'm sort of thinking that one that was like up here, like that one maybe.
yes, that is fine. No scars.
Yep.
No.
Eyes. Okay. See if we can get a.
I kind of.
Oh my god!
I kind of like the big anime eyes.
Please face the damn camera, Shepard. Making this difficult. No, Eeyore.
Oh, those aren't bad.
So those are like default. So I suppose we could do that, or we could do the big like anime startle the goo eyes.
I do kind of think those are a bit more natural, though.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Color. Please face the camera. We get something like not seeing anything like
So, it seems to generate a code unique to all of the choices that you're making.
Yeah.
So theoretically, you could just look around online for someone else's code for what they made theirs look like and have a really pretty looking character with basically no effort. More games need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not actually able to enter that code anywhere. You still have to recreate everything by hand, but I'm very disappointed to not find any, like, very blatantly, like, Sothis-ass green for the eyes.
Well,
That's what I was hoping for. Like, that looks okay to me. That looks fine. Like, did any of these, like, particularly jump out at you?
yes, Elle, I know the pretty that I want can't be provided in a game that like this because of the game's age. I'm aware.
Please face the damn camera, Shepard.
I mean, the blue or the greens that we've kind of been between
Like,
are all fine with me.
go with that one.
Oh god, sliders.
Oh, everything's sliders, yeah.
I know, but like jaw, mouth, nose sliders are how you really screw up your characters.
So we'll just not touch it then. We good to go?
Yep, I'm fine
oh,
with it.
maybe you can. Oh, you can directly enter the code. That's cool. Alright, finalize.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Byleth Shepard, the ruthless spacer adept.
Sounds right.
Once you create your blah 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 character, yeah.
Identification
Understand.
confirmed.
Yep, combat difficulty, that's all fine. Squad, yeah, autosave, yep, all good. Continue, thank you.
But yeah, more video games need to give you like ability to copy and paste someone else's design code. That I actually love. Good job, BioWare. Please
Well,
bring that back.
What about Shepard? She's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of her life.
Military service runs in the family. Both her parents were in the Navy.
She got most of her unit killed on Torfin.
She gets the job done, no matter what the cost.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
Well, we certainly couldn't fuck around with the colors of our armor there, Bio, so I'm gonna go with probably not until 2. In 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. The decades evolved, artifacts revealed startling new technologies enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. Yeah, Mass Effect, wait.
So, I know that you correctly actually read what the year was, but I read it as like 214B.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Board is green. Approach run has begun.
So it has. Time for the big fast.
Oh good, my chat's already broken twice.
Time to hit the Mass Effect relay and
Hitting the
go to
relay in
hyperspace.
3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500
1500
Kelvin?
is good.
That's a lot.
Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Oh, come on.
Miles gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
I agree. Question the official stories.
Only an idiot. Yeah, I understand. So yeah, we get the option of like, yeah, it's an overreaction, you know, agree with the only an idiot believes the official stories, or shut up, we're trying to do a mission. So you want to go that route, yeah? Mm-hmm. All right.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant.
Hi,
Tell Commander
Nihilus.
Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
Like, I don't get it. Is he mad? Yeah, I heard him. Or, oh, you fucked up.
I kind of like, is he upset?
Just no fucking...
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Nihilus kind of just reminds me of the
Captain always
Sith
sounds
who
like
wore
that
the
when he's
skull
talking to
mask.
me.
Yeah, kind
Can't
of.
possibly imagine why.
Okay, so we have a codex.
Yay. Oh, this is one of my favorite things about BioWare games.
Okay, background. Born into a naval family, you spent your childhood on ships and stations. You moved from posting to posting as your parents were reassigned, and it was only natural you would follow in their footsteps by enlisting in the Alliance when you came of age. After several years of service, you joined the campaign to rid the Skyllian Verge of Batarian slavers and other criminal elements. The final battle came when Alliance forces laid siege to Torfan, a slaver base built miles below the surface of a desolate moon. The superiority of the human fleet was wasted in the assault on the underground bunker, but you led a corps of elite ground troops into the heart of the enemy base. Nearly 3/4 of your own squad perished in the vicious close quarters fighting, a cost you were willing to pay to make sure not a single slaver made it out of Torfan alive.
Yeah, that tracks.
And Humanity and Systems Alliance, 2069. Armstrong Outpost at Shackleton Crater becomes the first human settlement on Luna. It's formally founded on July 24th, the 100th anniversary of the first lunar landing. 2103. Lowell City and Eos Chasma becomes the first human settlement on Mars. 2137. Eldfell Ashnard Energy Corporation demonstrates helium-3 fuel extraction from the atmosphere of Saturn. 2142. Construction of Gagarin Station, Jump Zero, begins beyond the orbit of Pluto. 2148. Prospectors discover the Prothean ruins at Promethae Planum on Mars. 2149. Translation of Prothean data leads humans to the Charon mass relay. Systems Alliance founded to coordinate exploration and colonization of extrasolar worlds. 2151. A shipping incident at Singapore International Spaceport exposes downwind communities to containers of dust form element 0. Alliance begins construction of Arcturus Station. 2152. Roughly 30% of the children born in Singapore after element 0 exposure suffer from cancerous growths.
That's not great.
Systems Alliance begins settlement of Earth's first extrasolar colony world, the planet Demeter. Yes. 2154. Shepard is born. 2155. Systems Alliance occupies completed portions of Arcturus Station as a headquarters. 2156. Some children of Singapore exhibit minor telekinetic abilities. 2157. Turians encounter human explorers. First Contact War. Occupation and liberation of the human colony of Shanxi? I'm gonna go with Shanxi. Probably.
Shanxi, maybe?
2158. Humans learn potential of biotics. Definitely thought this said Bitcoin for a second. An international effort to track element zero exposures begins. Roughly 10% of exposed children show some level of biotic ability. 2160. Systems Alliance Parliament formed. 2165. Humans establish embassy on Citadel. 2170. Batarian slavers attack the Alliance colony of Mindwar. 2176. Skillian Blitz. Pirates and slavers attacked Elysium, the human capital in the Skillian Verge. 2177. Thresher Maws devour the Alliance colony of Akuz. Sucks to be Akuz. 2178. In retaliation for the Skillian Blitz, an Alliance fleet wipes out an army of slavers on the moon of Torfan. 2183. Current date. Alright, up to date. Oop. Don't need to save right now. Journal. You are Commander Shepard, Executive Officer on the SSV Normandy. Go speak to Captain Anderson. Fantastic. The squad screen shows you your team's talents. Use the thingy to select a talent or its rank. Press the button to spend talent and gain a rank in the selected talent. As you gain levels, you'll acquire talent points and unlock higher ranks. Oh, we do actually start with points. So, Singularity is down there. We need 7 points in Warp to get access to Singularity.
Okay.
So we've got basic armor, which, you know, gives us better damage protection. We've got pistols that make us able to more accurately pistol. Although we can't actually pick that one because we don't have enough points to, like, start it. We have throw, where we force throw people.
Okay, but it looks like we already have at least the basic rank.
Yeah, we
in
do
that.
have a rank in throw. There's lift, which we can't pick up because we don't have enough points. Which lets you, like, immobilize shit. There's warp, which strips armor and does dot on enemies in the radius.
Okay, that actually does sound like a lot of fun and actually fairly useful, though, is the thing. Like, I know I also need it to get Singularity, which...
Singularity projects a sphere of dark energy that creates an intense Mass Effect field. So yes, it's a black hole, basically. There's Barrier, which does defense stuff. There's Stasis, which is exactly what it sounds like. Then there's putting points into Adept directly, which increases our biotic resistance, so our ability to deal with other biotics.
And reduces the
recharge time
cooldown
on our biotics. Yep. There's Charm, which is basically Persuasion, and, you know, probably Charm and Intimidate are, I mean, they are what they sound like, right?
Yeah.
So Charm makes buying shit cheaper, and Intimidate makes selling shit better. So, what do you want to do? Where do you want to drop points?
I'm tempted to start jumping into Warp just to be able to get to Singularity.
So I think we're kind of limited by level on how far we can go in certain things at the moment. So, like, we can get another point in Warp, no problem, but we're not allowed to do the one after it yet.
Okay. So, here's my thought outside of that. Dropping a point into Adept just to shorten our cooldowns on the things that we're going to be leaning into isn't a bad idea.
Still got 1 point spare.
And then either Charm or Intimidate are where I'm leaning for the third point.
Yeah, say hello to Joker and Karth, by the way. No, his name tag says Caden for some reason, but that's probably just because of a Claire. Basically, those people just got caught living downwind of super Chernobyl. Plus side, some of them got literal superpowers. Downside, most of them got super cancer instead. Charm and Intimidator, basically, these are the optional dialogue enablers. I'd personally say those two can be pretty important since there's a lot of stuff you miss on without them. So, which do you like more as a starting point? You know, like, you want to go Charm, Intimidate, like...
Just as a starting point, because it'll help us with shops in the early stages, I'd rather go into Charm first. Because it'll get us the things we need for less.
Doesn't actually say how much, but it's some amount, so... Alright. Sweet. Talent points spent. Why is the codex blinking at us? Did we gain new information from... I don't think so. Codex, why are you blinking at us? We read everything in here. Okay, I don't know why it's blinking at us, but it's probably fine.
So I assume, just because I know the way BioWare games work, that because we're still going to have a weapon equipped even if we're primarily using force powers, that basically our guns just become stat sticks.
Basically our guns are a pistol, and because like the rest of them aren't going to do fuck all.
Right, but I mean, like, basically we're going to be treating them like stat sticks, I assume.
Like, our biotic amp is probably going to be our most important thing. Apart from, like, armor, obviously. Alright, time to go find Anderson. But first. Stop, Karth.
Hi, Karth.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Yeah.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Don't tell me what I do and don't want to do, Karth.
What if I just want to spend time with you?
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
Okay, you can fuck off.
Nah, Joker's cool.
I'm telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always...
Galaxy map open.
And we're getting dragged right along with him.
Relax,
Nope, that's,
You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Oh. Okay, I found the pistol whip button.
Good to go.
Okay, I found the med gel button.
I assume you probably hadn't meant to use a med gel when our health was fine.
Well, I hadn't meant to throw a grenade at our feet either, but... I'm trying to figure out how to actually, like, stow weapons here.
Let's see.
Beyond the pistol, regardless. Okay, so that's our, like, ability wheel. We're getting to that stuff. I assume the tutorial is actually gonna, like, tell us how to do that kind of stuff.
Probably.
At some point.
Tutorials are usually pretty good at tutorializing things.
Being the newer version, that basically cut the level cap in half. Yeah, your guns all also have unlimited ammo, yeah, but they do have heat, so, like, if I remember right, so as you use them, like, they heat up, and... Seriously, how do I put this stupid gun away? I didn't mean to get it out in the first place. Okay, that's... Oh. Aha! That's a stupid button for it. It's literally the touchpad. Alright, well, answered that question.
But the controllers didn't have touchpads back at the time this game was released, right?
It was probably mapped to something else at the time. like select or I don't know,
That's crazy.
whatever.
The captain's in charge.
Yours is, oh, that's how you won gun?
Not his choice, Doc.
I think it was 50 and now it's 30, like the original, the level cap
You watch
difference.
too many spy vids, Jenkins.
But the answer is you just kind of mash every button and see what happens. Like, I did waste a grenade and a metagel because of it, but whatever. Oh, that's Nihilus. I mean, it does say this is where I'm supposed to be, though. Yo, dude, where's Captain Anderson? Oh.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
Well,
So the thing is, I'm not sure which one's gonna actually progress the plot.
just pick one.
Talk? Question mark?
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
Excuse me for just a second. I hear the fans spinning up pretty hard on the PS4. So I'm just gonna completely lose strength about one leg for a second, which is helpful. But I'm also just gonna extend that tray and give it better airflow. Problem with the PS4 Pro is that it does like to overheat sometimes. For no adequately explored reason. Okay.
Nihilus. Talking about Eden Prime. Heard it's quite beautiful. I mean, I guess I wouldn't know.
So, as in general, left is more info, right is progress the plot. Just as a heads up.
I'm
never
used
been
to
there.
that,
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Oh.
Is that a threat?
Yeah, Renegade and Paragon are typically color-coded.
Are you trying to scare me, Spectre?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
He does have nice armor.
I think it's about
Good
time
lighting.
we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Well, that's obvious.
Alright.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
Why the secrecy?
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir?
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Prothean?
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Now, so it turns out the Prothean data is just some guy's porn stash.
Why did we tell the Council?
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Yes.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
Oh, with that kind
The
of
beacon's
attitude,
not
sure.
the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
I'm between why and like hell he is.
Yeah, Anderson's face is not great often in Mass Effect 1. It's slightly better in Legendary, but, you know, like... it's still kind of off.
Oh, I don't know whether I like why or like hell he is better.
I mean, you gotta pick one.
We named her Byleth. We have to go with like hell he is.
Since when do we answer to the Spectres?
You're smart enough to know how things work, Commander. The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
I was impressed when I studied the reports from Torfin. A grim business, but you got the job done. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Put my name forward.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
And what if I refuse?
Agreement is compulsory.
I don't like people making decisions about my future.
This isn't about you, Shepard. Humanity needs this. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team.
So, you know,
secure the beacon and
get
get it
used to
onto the
him.
ship ASAP.
I don't
Malice
like
will
him.
accompany you to observe the mission.
Investigate? Protheans.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
I'll read it.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
So Bio says, oh, look at that. Someone named Byleth getting hired for a job they really probably shouldn't be doing for numerous reasons. Who'd have thought? Okay. Investigate.
We ask Anderson why the Council sent their biggest edgelord on this mission.
Eden Prime.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Investigate one last time. Beacon.
Why is this beacon so important?
All
I keep
advanced
reading
galactic
Beacon as
civilization
bacon.
is based on Prothean technology. Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was
No,
just a
you'd
small data camp.
have gotten as far as
Here's
Mars.
what we can learn from this beacon. What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Define wrong hands.
Our wrong hand's mine.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
Council wanted to be sure that we understood that Spectres can kind of just be dicks as part of their jobs, and you can't do shit about it.
The beacon. It holds the secrets of how the Protheans had breakfast. Yes. Like,
Did they put the milk in first, or are they civilized? Who puts the milk in first?
the Terminus system?
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might
It's a
be willing to
bacon
start
beacon.
a war over this.
The last thing
Also,
the Council
apparently,
wants
the
is
answer
to
to
get
that is
dragged
the
into
French.
a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Alright, I'm ready to go.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up
them
on
looking
screen.
first. Clearly the Protheans. Why do you think they aren't around anymore? Oh, hey, Ashley.
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Hey, you still need an evac? That guy okay?
Why are they being attacked by Cthulhu in the sky? Why are they being attacked by Sky Cthulhu?
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes
Listen
dead.
to those obvious Halo gun
Reverse
sound
hold
effects.
38.5.
I like his little
Status report.
jowl pulse.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
You know, I
A
know
small
that's probably
strike team
meant to
can
look
move
like a
quickly
hand, but I
without
still
drawing
just think
attention.
it's giant space
It's our best
Cthulhu.
chance to secure the beacon.
Yep, that sure is a
Grab
big
your
old
gear and meet
hand.
us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Karth, Jenkins, we gotta go.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Well, it was a
Your
farming
team's the
world.
muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and
Oh,
head
I
straight for
hate
the
that
dig site.
hat.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus
really
will
don't
scout
like
out
him.
ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
Can we trust him?
I don't like putting my life in the hands of a Turian, sir.
Nihilus is on our side. He wants you in the Spectre, and he wants that beacon.
Understood.
Ready and able, sir.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
Because I refuse to say he can count
We are
on us, because
approaching
he
drop
rubs
point
me
2.
the wrong way, so...
We must secure the secrets of how Protheans use beds.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
Also, please don't become a space racist.
Think you could set helmets to be
place got
to not be
hot.
visible in combat. Let's see. Oop, that's the map. I don't know if that's gonna like.
Why can't we toggle helmet on him?
I don't know. How do we want to assign his points?
I
mean, he's a soldier, so.
So we could make him tanky and buff his combat armor. So the only character that's ever going to be relevant in dialogue options is ours, right? It's not like some of the other games where like you can pump charisma or persuasion into other units
Nope,
and then
that's
have that.
exclusive. It's Coder.
That's what I figured, but I thought I'd double check just to be safe. So what does soldier do?
It increases health and gives some health regen.
So honestly, I'm tempted towards beefing him up to be, because from what it sounds like, he's meant to be sort of frontliney. So combat armor and soldier to me would make sense to make him better at the things he's supposed to be good at.
Good enough. Karth.
Oh, that's a great question.
He also gets biotics and electronics.
I
mean, we can't actually get him started on electronics yet, which is unfortunate.
Let's see.
Oh, no, we need more points in decryption. That's what
So, why don't we put a point into decryption?
Yeah.
And then...
So his class ability also helps with like cooldown of attack and biotics.
I mean, I'm
barrier.
okay with either Sentinel or Barrier. Yeah, I'm leaning either Sentinel or Barrier.
Okay, take your pick.
Chat, what am I supposed to do?
Just take your pick. We don't need to be super optimal. I've only got the difficulty on normal.
Let's see. No, why don't we do Sentinel for now, and I can always regret my choices later, because chat is siding with you and not offering any advice until after we do things.
Roughly
So
1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers.
Whoa.
The Turians
We
have
can
the
get the
largest
game
fleet
to
in
read the
Citadel
codex
space.
entries to
They
us?
make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces.
Why is that not a thing in the
As
Dragon
their
Age
territory and
games?
influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
Extinct races.
50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy.
Not actually
They
extinct.
vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kaje, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens.
Alright. Citadel and Galactic Government.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council.
They're above the law,
They are
motherfucker.
elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
So I was anticipating a lot of racism in this game because BioWare in their games like Dragon Age and Coder, where there's a wide variety of races involved, are really good about not shying away from subjects like racism. Like, you get treated like absolute hot garbage in all of the Dragon Age games if you're playing as an elf, or if you're playing as a Qunari in
or a female.
Dragon Age Inquisition, or if you're playing as a female, or if you're playing as a mage. And if you're playing as a female elf mage, you're basically
bottom of the row, like bottom of the ladder.
Like, people listen to you only because you have scary powers. If you're playing a female elf mage, and even then, they threaten you with the chantry every 5 fucking seconds. So,
as you do. Yeah.
So I was fully anticipating the racism.
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
So it just like usurped all of the country's powers.
The Terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. It is populated by a loose affiliation of minor species, united only in their refusal to acknowledge the political authority of the Council or adhere to the Citadel Conventions. Their independence comes at a price. The Terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the Terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the Terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe, triggering a long and costly war.
That is a really nice space picture.
A great space picture. Okay, cool. The codex is not blinking at us anymore. That's nice.
Why was it blinking at us earlier?
I don't know. Probably because I thought we had those entries as well, and we didn't. So it was like, ah. Okay, we spoke to the captain. Make your way to the excavation site where the beacon was on Earth. Gotcha. Understood.
Bacon. You're mispronouncing bacon.
Keep your guard up.
Yeah, okay. You use that to draw or holster your weapon. I was right. The tutorial was going to tell us. Press right. Press R2 to fire.
Fire. Sustained fire can cause weapons to overheat.
Yeah, so like, you can fire, like, you know, you have no ammo, but you just sit here and mash. Eventually, you're going to overheat your weapon.
Yep. What were those things you just exploded?
I don't know, but they looked like target practice to me, so. Okay, water is not death. Good to know.
Fire says I prefer the heat system to just regular ammo. Me too in most games.
Hold. Oh, there. Okay. So you can also tell your other people what to equip.
Oh, interesting.
I don't...
I'm just gonna assume they're equipped optimally, and...
I mean, it looks... I know Karth should be using pistols. Yeah, that all seems fine. Oh, cutscene. All your weapons are kind of just railguns since they basically use the Mass Effect stuff to shave a sand particle-sized piece of metal off a block and launch it at hyperspeed downrange.
Oh, looks like we just lost a friend.
Oh. Well. These things happen.
There is a reason I hadn't been thinking too much about what to give him.
All clear.
Okay. What's up, Jenkins?
Rip right through his shields. You're at a chance.
We can't help him now.
Sometimes Marines die. The rest of us just have to carry on. We still have to find that beacon.
Aye, aye, man.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna live very long. I'm surprised they killed him that quickly, but I'm not surprised
needs
he
to
died.
heal injured squad members. Omnigel can be used to bypass to blah 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 blah. Both can be acquired by defeating enemies and opening containers. Use triangle to... I don't need to use Metagel. We're fine.
Maybe they're trying to get you to heal our dead friend.
Some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies.
As you gain levels,
I'm
use
gonna
the
check
squad
it out.
screen to improve your team's
I'll
abilities.
try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Just out of curiosity here.
Trying to find a way to assign them.
Well, oh, okay. So that's just if I tap that quick. Yeah, okay. It's just what the quick one is as opposed to holding the button. Use to issue orders. Attack is up. Left and right are to move to specific points. So if I like, get over there, Karth. Karth will go over there. Oh, there it is. There we go.
I love it. Yes, it's space magic.
Perimeter secured.
You assume this will be a Renegade playthrough? Yep, probably. I mean, Inu's making me make all the decisions, so it might not lean super far one way or the other. When I'm playing by my gut, tend to end up very morally gray.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dude, is he okay?
No, I don't think he is, actually.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Yeah, whatever, Ashley. Chemical rounds and hammerhead rounds. Alright, sweet. Gimme.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
Are you okay?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack
good.
hit.
Ashley's here. Yay.
We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
What happened to your unit?
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
See, I'm picking up on a certain amount of dislike for Ashley in chat.
Ashley is not well loved by the community as a whole, no.
But I haven't seen any reason, like any clear-cut reason to be a dick to her yet.
Oh, Ashley, joy.
So rather than either comfort or condemn her, I think I'm just gonna go with what killed them.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
Look, it's an RPG. We need a party.
Uh-huh.
Not saying join us would be a bad choice.
So
join us is fine.
Okay.
We could use your help, Williams.
You don't have a
Aye,
choice
ma'am.
anyway.
It's time
She
for
will join
payback.
you one way or another.
Okay, investigate. Geth.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into
Chat's
exile.
assuring me I'll grow to hate her.
Well, after that, they
eventually.
just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Sorry, I was reading chat. Bacon.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon.
The bacon.
Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
Okay, and the scientists?
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The
Bacon.
232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Before the attack.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol.
This Prothean
until the
cookbook
Geth
must
hit
be
us.
intense for this much
Never knew they were
interest.
coming.
And the scientists?
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
And I think...
No, there was one more.
Yeah,
Tell me
there's one
everything you know about the Bacon, Williams. You mean the Beacon Commander? No, I don't eat breakfast today.
And
Nihilus.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
I don't
Sorry.
trust that
Like I
as
said,
far
no
as I can
Turians.
throw it.
Move out!
And go to the squad screen to spend the oh yeah. Ashley, right. So Ashley's a soldier.
Yeah. That makes sense. We can just do whatever we did with our last soldier. I think it was combat armor and soldier.
Fair enough.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Ah, scorpion armor. Really finding this mini-map to not be tremendously helpful so far. Okay. Is that scorpion armor any good for us? Well, it's an upgrade to everything. Looks like. Yeah. Better shields, better tech and biotic protection, better damage protection.
And it looks nicer.
Slap that bad boy on. Oops. It's identical to what Caden's wearing and is objectively worse for Ashley. Understood. Can't do anything with that. There it is, okay. It'll take me a while to figure out all these buttons. Chemical rounds gives 30% toxic damage, 5 damage per second, or 20% weapon force. Preference?
I mean, I'm always a fan of DOTs.
Put it on. Oh. Okay, now that it's just... Okay. Weapon upgrade, ammo upgrade. Understood. Can't do anything for a biotic amp. Don't have any upgrades for the armor. Alright.
Commander, why aren't you and the other guy wearing your helmets? They look stupid. But what if you get shot in the head? Didn't seem to matter much to Jenkins, so I don't see the problem.
Also, yeah, Ashley's entire deal in combat is just that she can use all of the guns good instead of only 1 or 2 of them. It's a kind of boring combat class, honestly. Also, yes, we can totally poison the Geth, even though they're fucking robot men. Run to the waypoint. What am I firing at exactly? I don't see any Geth, do you?
No, not particularly.
What does it want me to fire at? I am unclear. Okay, what was that tutorial? I did not catch it in time.
I don't know. I wasn't reading.
Or grenade. And press it again to detonate it. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Thank you, game, for finally telling me where the sprint button was. Level up. Striker 2 pistol, Hurricane shotgun, and something else. So that pistol is less accuracy,
More damage.
more damage, less heat sink. I also got a different shotgun. See, in shotgun, just having a bigger, bangy shotgun, I mean, that seems reasonable, right? But like... Oh, that's an assault rifle, sorry. That's a shotgun. Level ups. 6 points.
Okay.
There we go, just max out warp.
Yup.
4 points.
That's a thing we gotta keep up with. We'll put at least one into Intimidate so that we've got
Okay.
some of those dialogue options opening.
3 points.
So we probably need ranks in throw to pick up lift eventually, right?
Yes.
We
We can't unlock lift until we have... however many points in throw. It doesn't actually tell me here.
So maybe drop one into throw.
Well, like... Okay. One into throw.
Then maybe another one into adept, and then maybe we pick up barrier just so that we've got it. Like, I don't think we're gonna invest super hard into barrier, but
Adds a biotic barrier to your shield that absorbs damage, but cannot block attacks that bypass shields. So, to get to stasis, we need to go far enough down barrier. Alright. Oh, did Caden and... yeah, also levels on Caden and Ashley.
so Kaden. I think we keep pumping into decryption to keep that as maxed out as we can get it.
That unlocks electronics.
Which I think you said we wanted. So putting points there to keep that in solid place is not a bad idea.
Yeah, so one of the things that gets him right away is Overload, which does a bunch of damage to enemy shields.
Yeah. And then...
Still 1 point.
maybe drop one more into Sentinel for him.
And Ashley. 4 points.
So I assume the reason you get more points on Shepard is because protagonist syndrome.
Presumably.
So 1 to combat armor. One to soldier. And what does assault training do again?
So assault training is weapon damage and melee damage.
Sure, 2 points into that. Why not?
It also unlocks adrenaline burst, so she can like reset all her talents and do stuff more. Just
Oh, she got second wind. Got it. Understood.
yeah, sort of.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
We're wasting time.
Let's get moving. Williams, where's the camp?
It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard.
Scroll down the list of
It's a
nodes
small
and throw, and it'll show you one is the one you need to unlock
check it out.
left. Yeah.
I'll wait for
It's
you there.
like several points in. Assault training would be busted on any other class. Yeah, true story. Can you imagine just being able to reset all your biotic cooldowns like instantaneously?
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
I mean, are those guys okay? Oh,
Kind of eerie that they have people plates.
You're still alive.
Alive is a relative term there, Carthy.
okay, good work. They're still firing at something. At least they were a moment ago. There's like a dot here on the map. You see that?
I do.
Let me figure out what that is. Door control is over there. Upgrade kit hiding back here. Pistol, assault rifle, and oh, new light armor.
Okay. Let's see. Bio says Shepard's run cycle looks so stupid. Also, everyone knows the tale of Geth the Impaler. Fire says, so fun fact about those spikes, they stick living people on them to pump them full of nanochemicals till they become that, if I recall correctly.
Some locked objects require decryption or electronics to access. If any squad member has a required talent, you will be able to unlock the object using decryption or electronics interface by spending Omnigel. Repeat the sequence of button presses before the time expires. Right.
humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry! Close the door!
That was Turian light armor. Yeah, I saw that.
Who are you?
What are you doing here?
I'm Dr. Warren. I was in charge of this excavation. We hid in the shed during the attack. They must have come for the beacon. Luckily, it wasn't here. It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
There's still plenty of humanity other places. We're not attacking.
No, this is investigate, so it'd be asking about the attack.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second.
You can tell
we were
they're scientists
gathering up
because
our
they're
equipment.
covered in
The next we were
hexagons.
hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Nihilus?
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry, Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
You know,
I was probably right to just immediately assume that option would be Shepard pulling a gun on them. Bacon?
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
And assistant.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Which I did
Manuel
briefly
has a
read as
brilliant mind,
assassinate.
but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future?
Shepard
To
in
see the
general
destruction
does
rushing
that.
towards us,
Right.
to understand
I
there
think
is
Shep
no
totally
escape,
pulls their gun
no
on the
hope.
way to too many randos.
I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
No. Goodbye.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
You'll feel better after copious amounts of drugs. No.
Well, you see how the gun is up?
Mm-hmm.
I literally cannot shoot right now. You're not allowed to just assassinate people. Unless they're meant to be assassinated.
There is a box behind him, though, it looks like.
There is a box behind him.
That we can't loot for some reason?
It's a fakey, not real box, though. It's a box, but not one we can do anything with, evidently. Yeah. Alright, well, anyway. Ah, here's a box. With the
Schematas.
Which is actually a shotgun.
Boo.
Oh, sweet. Free Omnigel. Considering you need Omnigel for, like, literally everything. Probably check some of that equipment that we picked up. So we've got Striker 2 we already had. The Edge 1 is an upgrade in everything except accuracy. That seems absolutely well. Transfer result. I mean, I didn't I actually uninstalled the upgrade, but it's good to know that I don't have to do that. Hammerhead round. Chemical rounds.
People are saying Rip Renegade playthrough because I didn't punch the crazy man. Like I said, when I play games for the first time based purely off my gut, I usually end up somewhere in gray area.
Okay, the inventory system could really, like, do with some help, but the Phoenix 2, right, we can't use that, that's Turian armor.
Chat's assuring me it's fine, I didn't punch the crazy person.
16 Omni Gel. Ashley. Caden is the. Fine.
Like, here's here's genuinely the thing. If drug the crazy person into a drug-induced slumber had been an option, I'd have picked that.
Oh. Hey, it's Nihilus.
I still don't trust him.
Saren.
Nihilus.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
For some reason. Where's the pistol? Why, you know, pistol? Thank you, Shepard.
Dumbass Ashley not getting in cover. Also, Bio says, I like how his first question wasn't, why the fuck are you half robot?
Yeah, right?
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
They're gone.
We took care of them.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up
Stop right
before
there,
the attack.
criminal scum.
I knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Attack details?
Tell me everything you remember about
How
the
do we
attack.
know that guy's name is Details?
The three
Why
of
do
us
we
were
want to
working in the
attack him?
crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it
his
and ran.
name's Cole.
I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
So is that woman a farmer or is her name Farmer?
Ship.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned, only it was coming from inside your own head.
Alright. What's jamming signal? Sorry, wasn't a jamming signal. I was about to say, wait a second,
Whatever it
she's
was,
military. Why does she
it was
not know
tearing
that?
right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
Bacon!
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us.
We're just farmers, including
now.
my friend, Farmer. Goodbye.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
What's going on?
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
Like what?
What kind of packages?
I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
I like that Shep apparently expects this random farmer to know if the random super warship was jamming equipment that it could be using on them. You got your first very light side, dark side choice.
Here's the thing, though. Like, literally... Like, accusing them of holding out on you, well, fair, is, like, also fairly understandable given the circumstances. Is that all is just incorrect, like, because that's dismissing a thing. Thanks is objectively too neutral. Like... So I am genuinely between you're holding out on me and just give it to me. Either way, we get the gun. Like, the... Sure, press the red button.
I'm only gonna ask this once. Think long and hard before you lie to me again. Are you sure all you've got is one lousy pistol?
No, wait. I just remembered. I just had it in my pocket. You might as well take that too. That's everything, really.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
So, we do not have high enough skills to be able to
Yeah.
go for either of those.
So we're gonna have to put more points into those the next time we level up, which is fine. Fine.
Okay, forget about it. I've got more important things to worry about.
Good luck.
Shut up, Ashley. No one was talking to you. So we got a Stinger 2 and a Combat Sensor 1.
Also, Fire says, I just had high explosive in my pocket.
You know, as you do. Also, they're clearly hiding a storage locker on us. Which was hiding an assault rifle,
And both medium
Turium
and
armor,
heavy armor.
and heavy Krogan armor. Krogan armor? It's awfully early to be handing me Krogan armor, isn't it? We haven't even met a Krogan yet. Oh, that Stinger 2 is a straight upgrade over our Edge pistol, like in every single possible way.
Oh, by the way, Fire did warn earlier that the weapon scrambling is actually fairly common after cutscenes.
Good to know. Some enemies use jamming technology to block your weapons radar. Combat scanner upgrade improves detection levels. Oh. Slap that on there. Nothing we can do armor-wise.
Also, literally everyone in chat that knows anything about these games is asking why they had Krogan armor here, and why they had both Krogan and Turian armor here. And me, not really knowing what any of those things mean, went, oh yeah, okay, whatever.
No, we have no Turians or Krogans here. It's just humans, but we are harboring armor for them for some reason. Seemed like a good idea to... Oh, hey, Nihilus is on the ground over there. I'm sure he's fine. He's just having a nap. Looking for boxes to open? No, no boxes.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Yeah, but there's a med kit over here, Karth.
Also, Willow never liked Nihilus in the first place. Something about him rubs me the wrong way.
Basic rounds and radioactive rounds.
Basic rounds sound like fun.
Let's see. Pistol. Upgrades. Right. Swapped our pistol out on us. There we go. Okay, so basic rounds. Plus 20% shield bypass, minus 30% damage. So it lets us shoot through shields, kind of, but drops the damage.
That's not as fun as that.
Radioactive rounds. Make enemies take more time to recharge their cooldowns. So, like...
Chemical rounds still just sound the most useful to me.
Yeah, I know, right? Alright, sleepy boy. Come on, get up. We got a job to do.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Who are you? Because people keep coming at me
sneaking
from
around
nowhere.
back there?
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
Basic does some damage even if shields are up. Yeah, that's correct. This is human colony is basically the reason. There were only humans here, so there wouldn't be any reason for those armor types to be here. Yeah, exactly. And also, dot rounds are very gooey. I think they're supposed to be good.
So it wasn't the Geth?
You're saying Nihilus was murdered by a Turian?
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren...
So this random guy kind of initiates the entire plot of all Mass Effects, and it's kind of
Just
wild.
lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Wait, this specifically random guy?
Yeah. Like, he gives us this, like, critical piece of information that leads to basically the rest of the plot for the entire trilogy. And probably Andromeda too, but we don't talk about that one.
So what about the bacon?
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend.
If it wasn't for this guy behind the
beacon was in
crates,
trouble.
you'd just think Nihilus
Gone to
got
hell since
fucked
we
on
found
by
him.
the Geth.
First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
Let's see. The Geth didn't find you?
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
Lucky break.
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
And Mass
Yeah.
Effect would have no plot.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
Ship?
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain.
Laziness saved the galaxy.
It woke me up.
Right,
The
man,
attack
in the
came a few
wrong
minutes
place,
later.
wait, wrong game.
This totally random guy didn't happen to be here, then none of the other shit would have happened because Shepard wouldn't know shit about anything. Yeah, this guy being shit at his job saved the entire universe. Wow, Ashley, the guy's job sucks. I don't see why you need to be a dick to him about that fact.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, you didn't want to ask about the other shit?
I thought we did. Did we not?
I mean...
I asked about the attack, I asked about the bacon, didn't I? And we just did ship.
Sure, why not?
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Saving content. Dude? Dude? Oh god, we're on the stupid sniper rifle again. It'd be cool if they'd at least like equip you with a weapon that you're like proficient with after those cutscenes. Hold to bring up the power wheel. Power wheel lets you use powers. Yeah. You know, there's a thing that I remember from the PC version of, like, original Mass Effect that seems to not be present here, and it's kind of unfortunate, because I seem to remember that if, like, once a combat encounter was cleared and there definitely wasn't any enemies left, your teammates would literally just holster their weapons and be like, all clear! And then you just knew that it was over. And that doesn't seem to be happening anymore. Yeah, actually, I don't think you're shooting that barrier is helping. guy. Another Geth there somewhere.
Someone's saying that the companions do still generally let you know when there's a wall here, but they just won't holster their weapons unless you do.
Medjo. Why do the Geth have cash on them?
Yeah, because the future is all cryptocurrency, obviously. These Geth were probably just all built as crypto farming rigs originally.
Loading.
Well, after we get off this, you're probably going to want to check what weapons we have equipped. We've learned
Accept
anything.
the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Like we were still on pistol, but oh, there. Okay. Saving content.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Okay, one down. There.
There's one back there to the left.
Yeah, behind this. Well, they certainly don't have any mini game to unlock these currently. There's the last one. No, don't take cover against it, Shepard. Jesus.
Alright,
I'm back.
Indeed.
Did I miss anything important?
You missed Shepard trying to take cover behind a bomb.
Behind a bomb?
Yeah, you know, one of the charges we were supposed to be, like, turning off. Tried to take cover behind one.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but also seemed like a good idea at the time, I guess. Now that those things have been disarmed, gives me a chance to kind of check the areas that sort of sprinted past. That's everything on this side cleared up.
Fire says, I'll say it now, but in general, skills are super ineffective if they aren't locked on. Pre-aiming skills almost always whiffs in their experience.
Okay, so what's the lock-on button? Because the game either didn't tutorialize it, or it was that tutorial that popped up that I didn't get a chance to read. Because, like, I would love to lock on. I don't know how.
Just whenever it pops up with an enemy health bar. So presumably if you can see their health bar, you're locked on. And someone says the tutorial that you missed was about shooting from cover, if they recall correctly. You can't currently see the health bar. It'll just dump the skill wherever it thinks you're aiming, i.e. generally the wall.
Gotcha. Some new pistols and such. I don't have the slightest clue where we're supposed to be going. But I do know there's a storage locker over here. Improved sighting and hammerhead rounds. I'm pretty sure we already had hammerhead rounds, but now we have more. If we wanted to give them to, like, Karth or somebody, we could do that. Pistol, another sniper rifle. Oh, that's the beacon. That's where we're supposed to be going.
Ah, that's where we go for breakfast. Understood. Which means we look absolutely everywhere before we touch it.
Yep. Just want to make sure we're not leaving anything behind, you know? Came across that gap, right? Or did we come down from... We've been over here? Well, if we have, or if we haven't, there's nothing here, so. Alright, let's review equipment real quick before we...
I mean, what makes you say that? It's not like activating the plot point ever causes anything bad to happen, ever.
Armor piercing rounds, plus 15 damage versus synthetics. I still think we're better off with our chemical rounds. Roof sighting, plus 5% max accuracy. Now, combat sensor's probably the better option there. Ain't nothing new that we can use. Garth. You like pistols? Do we have anything that's just like a straight, like more or less a straight upgrade for you? Like giving you an Edge 1, I wouldn't be against. Yeah, take one of those. And you can go ahead and have Hammerhead. More accuracy. Seems fine. Don't have any different armor for you, Ashley. No, you can't use heavy yet. Okay. We've not leveled, right? Not leveled. Take the train. We did take the train. Shouldn't it be like talk to the
Actually
beacon?
press the bacon?
Yeah. Oh, we've had some upgrades in here, updates in here.
Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect the wearer.
Kind of remember it being
The
a thing
inner
that you
layer
basically always
consists of
want to have the
fabric
combat
armor with
radar
kinetic
mod on,
padding.
at least something
Areas that don't need to be flexible, such as the chest or shins, are reinforced with sheets of lightweight ablative ceramic. The outer layer consists of automatically generated kinetic barriers. Objects traveling above a certain
Why are you
speed will
torturing
trigger the
her?
barrier's reflex system and be deflected,
trying to see if
provided
that's
there
what she
is
was
enough
keyed on.
energy left in the shield's power cell. Armored hard suits are sealable to protect the wearer from extremes of temperature and atmosphere. Standard equipment includes an onboard mini-frame and a communications, navigation, and sensing suite. The mini-frame is designed to accept and display data from a weapon's smart targeting system to make it easier to locate and eliminate enemies. Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields, projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins,
That would be funny.
or radiation.
Not safe. Codex.
The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society. The Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race. Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless Terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust, lies between their space and the Terminus systems. After the Geth secure a location, they round up and impale dead and living bodies on mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics. The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into mindless killing machines. Some Alliance soldiers refer to the husk-generating spikes as dragon's teeth, a reference to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth wherever the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted. Dragon's teeth and husks bear little resemblance to other pieces of Geth technology.
So basically they made slave labor robots, and when the slave labor robots suddenly said, "Are we
to
doing
drain the
slave labor?"
minuscule
Everyone
amount of
freaked out and war
resources from
immediately
organic
declared.
corpses, though the value of reusing them as shock troops is obvious.
Alright, that appears to be all of the updates to the... No? Well, the codex is still blinking at us, but I'm not clear why, so we're just gonna leave. Alright, Mr. the Beacon. We found the bacon.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Yeah, Karth, you probably shouldn't get too close to the spooky alien technology. Excuse me, I have to go save Karth. Go over there. Oh god.
No, don't touch it.
Oh. Was it supposed to explode?
And welcome to us getting protagonist powers, I assume.
Did we do a bad because the thing exploded?
I assume this is where protagonist gets protagonist MacGuffin powers from the thing that exploded.
Well, apparently we got a distinguished service medal for it, so that's nice.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime, the Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
So says Saren. Shepard's not the Avatar. They can bend all 4 parts of a breakfast.
Doctor? Dr. Chakwas. I think she's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
What happened?
How did I end up here? How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
I don't blame yourself.
You had no way to know what would happen.
I'm gonna be nice to him, guys.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. And the blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
Stupid question, but was I hurt?
What's the damage, Doctor?
Physically, you're fine. but I detected some unusual brain activity, abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement, signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
Not a dream, a vision.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
What happened to Williams?
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
That's a mistake. It's not. I mean, she's a party member, but...
You wanted to talk?
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
Until I've formed a more solid opinion on her, I'm not going to comment one way or the other.
Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
Physically, you're fine, but there is something off about your brainwaves. So who wants some bomblets? Because I just learned a killer new recipe. Did we leave Williams on Eden Prime? No, we brought her with us, Commander. Damn it.
Okay, let's see. What lie to you? Bad. The bacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. Council's gonna want answers.
Fuck the Council.
I mean, honestly, yeah, kinda. To hell with them.
The Council can kiss my ass. I won't let them blame me for losing the beacon. I didn't do anything wrong.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue.
Or the Geth are evil, and so is he.
Like, and he hates humans.
Hates humans?
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy.
I mean, he's probably not wrong.
Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Yeah, I saw a vision.
Council has dismissed your claim of a balanced breakfast. Go ring up the Council for me. You want to inform them of what happened on Eden Prime? No, I just want to see the look on their faces when I hang up on them. I'm pretty sure that's genuinely a thing we can do later in the game, is like the Council will just call us up and we can just hang up on them and walk away.
Like, no.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
War.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
Bio says it's absolutely a thing you can do multiple
times. We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
For every chance. Anytime the Council wants to talk, just hang up. I'm sorry. Byleth Shepard is not home. Please leave a message after the beep, and we won't call you back.
We need to report this to the Council. No, we don't. In between forget it and there's nothing to report. Forget it. It's not important.
They'll think I'm crazy.
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology, blueprints for some ancient weapon of
really killer omelet recipe, actually.
Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll stop him.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We could just expose him.
We prove Saren's gone rogue and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Saren's just mauling because he found out he's allergic to the god tier omelets.
Abyleth actually not wanting to tell people about the weird things in her head because they'll think she's crazy for it. Now that just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Feed station. Ah, replenish Metagel. Yes, please. Also, codex entry. Excuse me, I would like to be medically surgeried or something, Mr. Surgery Arm. No? Okay.
Also, performing medical surgeries in a room that has that many other boxes in it just seems unsanitary.
Citadel and Galactic Government, huh?
The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council Chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the Wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it. Spectres are agents...
Got that one already.
Combat Hards. Metagel is a common medicinal salve used by paramedics, EMTs, and military personnel. It combines several useful applications.
Your checklist
local
just hits the
anesthetic,
triangle and you go
disinfectant,
right here.
and
It just
clotting
hits
agent
triangle, yeah.
all in one.
Hey, now,
Once
she spent
applied,
10
the
years
gel
in
is
med school
designed
to
to
know how
grip
to hit
tight
that
to flesh
triangle
until
button.
subjected to a frequency of ultrasound. It is sealable against liquids, most notably blood, as well as contaminants and gases. The gel is a genetically engineered bioplasm created by the CERTA Foundation, a medical technology megacorp based on Earth. Technically, Metagel violates Council laws against genetic engineering, but to date, it has proved far too useful to ban.
Mark all entry. Dude, thank you. Please stop blinking at me when I clearly have read everything. Speak to Joker.
Didn't he die?
No, you're thinking of that guy that went down to the surface with us. Joker's the guy that flies the ship.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander. Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew.
Jenkins is the guy that died.
Close
I'm glad
enough.
I lose you too.
How are you holding up?
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. Doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
You helped.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Soldiers die.
There's nothing we could have done to save him.
No, I know that. But I don't have to like it.
Look, I don't want to talk about this right now.
The first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
Seems like you've been around.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
Something similar.
I was a regular Navy brat. I got a little more noteworthy than the folks expected.
Oh, that's right, Torfin. Messy business. Imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
We want to brief the stupid council.
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
If only Jenkins listened when I told him to take off his helmet, then he'd still be here with us today, Karth.
Commander, I don't think that's how that works at all. And my name isn't Karth. Yes, it is, Karth. Shut up. Hi.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Again, soldiers die.
When the number comes up, it's over. His did.
That's grim, Commander. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, though. Not after Torfin. That must have been hell.
You start to enjoy it.
It was necessary.
You start to enjoy getting all your soldiers killed. It's super fun.
I did what I had to do. You'd better be willing to do the same.
I won't let the Alliance down, sir.
How you holding up?
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
I mean, technically the mission failed.
Dead Marines, dead colonists. And in the end, we still didn't get that beacon.
You saved a lot of lives, Commander. It might be hard to keep that in perspective with what happened to Jenkins.
Stuff it, Williams.
I don't see a reason to hate her yet.
No, it's coming.
I guess I should go.
I need to go speak with Joker.
Goodbye, Commander.
Oh, that's not the way to the... Oh, hey, we've got the walkers already. Also, Dr. Chakwas is here.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Oh, sorry, I was reading chat. Is there something you need? Personal questions.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe. Too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Let's see.
Any regrets?
Torfin was a necessary sacrifice. You guessed the planet, ma'am. A necessary sacrifice.
Sarge, the more I look at Shepard, the more I see Space Karen.
Renegade Shep really channels TFS Vegeta. I will kill as many people as I have to as long as you are one of them.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Investigate. Captain Anderson.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
Caden.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
An L2?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
Define complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Hang on. As a real-world human being with migraines, I mean, yes, compared to those other things, migraines seem rather mild, but migraines are not mild. They can be crippling. This doctor's a bitch. I don't like her.
Yeah, but they're better than mental disabilities, insanity, and, like, crippling physical pain.
I'm not denying that, but she's really, like, downplaying how bad migraines are. Okay, you back to investigation.
How well do you know Karth, Doc? Who the hell is Karth? Shep is an adept, yet apparently doesn't know jack shit about biotics. She's just naturally talented.
Yeah, having Jedi powers in this universe actually really fucking sucks.
Well, yeah, but only if you get the shitty implants.
Okay, so we asked everything. I just wanted to make sure.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Covered items: Striker 1, Hurricane 1, and Hammer 1. Neat. So it looks like we just got a codex thing again. Oh, a few. The Alliance Military Vocational Code System classifies the career path of all serving personnel. The MVC consists of one letter and one number. Soldier's MVC indicates proficiency, not rank. The letter notes career path. The number indicates the level of experience, as indicated by service record, technical scores, and commendations. All 26 letters are used, and numbers run from 1 to 7. N is the letter code for Special Forces personnel.
Okay.
So ours is N7. So we're Special Forces, absolutely top rank. Biotics manipulate mass effect fields using dozens of element zero nodules within their nervous systems that react to electric stimuli from the brain. Amplifiers allow biotics to synchronize the nodules so they can form fields large and strong enough for practical use. Amplifiers can improve a specific discipline or talent. An implant is surgically embedded interface port into which amps are plugged in. On humans, the implant is usually placed at the base of the skull for convenient access, though the user must be careful to keep it free of contaminants. Implant ports can fit a variety of amps, and there is a growing market for modifications and add-ons. The finest quality implants and amps are manufactured by Asari artisans, but the Alliance's L3 implants, first deployed in 2170, are a significant step forward. Which Karth doesn't get, because fuck Karth, apparently. Let's please stop complaining. Maybe that... Oh, that's an elevator. This way take us up to the bridge. Well, I'm pretty sure this is like one of the rooms where you can talk to the council. Got a codex entry for talking to that thing. Military jargon. Ashore. When a ship's crew leaves the vessel, they are ashore. Though normally used regarding planets, it can refer to boarding a space station. Away. When the ship releases the equipment tethering it to a space station or surface dock, it is away. Aye aye. The proper way to acknowledge an order. If told to attack, the correct response is aye aye, sir. If asked, are you proud to be a Marine, the correct response is yes, sir. ASAP. An acronym of as soon as possible. Belay, stop or cease. Bridge, the navigation center of a spacecraft where the steering is done. Captain's mast, non-judicial disciplinary proceedings by unit commanders. SIC, combat information center, a command center of a spaceship filled with sensor displays to make sense of the chaos of combat. DC,
Comics.
Damage control, the containment and repair of damage to a spacecraft. ECM, electronic countermeasures used to avoid enemy sensors, from private emissions masking to active jamming. EVA, a giant robot you get in to go fight angels. Oh no, extra vehicular activity. Time spent in a pressure suit outside of a vehicle, spacecraft, or station. Blank, a cut of beef. The side of a military formation. Since the soldiers are facing elsewhere, an enemy that can attack on the flank can often turn it or roll it up. Fmga! Freaking new guys! A derisive term for inexperienced personnel, like Ashley. Groundside, the surface of a planet. Helmsman, a crew member who pilots a spacecraft. LADAR, light amplified detection and ranging, and an active sensor that bounces lasers off an object to determine its bearing and distance. LADAR has sufficient resolution that the data can be reconstructed into an image. Shore party, spacecraft crew sent ashore on official business. Silent running, an old submariner's term used aboard the Normandy to denote when stealth systems are active. SITREP, abbreviation of situation report, an evaluation of the current military situation, otherwise known as the quote-unquote sitch.
Yep.
Spacer, someone who has spent most of their lives in space.
Makes sense.
Hugs and kisses, executive officer. The second in command of an Alliance warship. The Hugs and Kisses is responsible for administrative and personnel matters. Alright. Joker!
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel.
Eva, the term used to refer to when you're stuck outside driving the land whale. Yeah. There's the Citadel.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
Normandy really is such a cool looking design for a ship. It is. It's a fucking cool looking ship. SR-1 Normandy. Meanwhile, on Coruscant.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony!
Dina.
The Turians
such a
don't found
dick.
colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Fucking
Captain
Udina.
Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Well, it's the truth.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. If they don't stop him, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault,
Well,
not hers.
Nihilus is dead because he
Then
went
we
ahead
better
on his
hope
own,
the
which was
CSEC
his call, not
investigation turns
ours.
up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Important locations are marked on your map. Open the mission computer with options to access it. Oh, thank Christ. And a map that's actually usable. So we are here. CSEC HQ is there. Embassy Lounge is up here. Udina's office is over there. Volus and Elcor offices are that way.
Ah, Saren is a traitor. I thought we already dismissed that claim. I have video evidence. Video evidence. I thought we already screw this. Someone's getting punched.
Also, the consort chambers and the Emporium. So the Emporium's a bunch of shops, right? Bank. But we are supposed to be headed for Citadel Tower, which means we go everywhere
else
not
first.
called Citadel
Yep.
Tower. Specifically, we should make for CSEC HQ. ASAP. Oh, begin manual override. Hell yeah. Alliance Patrol Report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argos Rho cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system that was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for this sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? Oh. Argus Rho, huh?
Everywhere we're not supposed to be first.
Only problem is reading the damn map. Oh.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so we found the Elcors. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, am I not allowed to discover these guys yet? Oh. Yeah, I guess we need the quest for it first. Let's just remember this guy's here.
I will look into it for you. In the meantime, do not do anything rash.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Den. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak.
Of course I start
Volus
hacking the Dean's
Ambassador.
computers
Is
immediately.
there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
Yeah, so that entire race is just HK-47. Is it great?
Investigate. Embassy.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Volus?
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Let's see. History.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it.
The
We were
Elcor do
instrumental
kind
in
of rule.
establishing
Yeah, I
a
fucking love the
standardized
Elcor.
galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Culture. Which I was
Tell me
spelling out
about
in
Volus
sign
culture.
language. While I yawned.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Okay, investigate. Ambassador.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Council admittance.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
But we're not on the Council.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Oh look, more space racism.
Why so cranky?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Alright, see you later, Din.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Excuse me, Mr. Elcor. I'd like to talk to you.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Your speech.
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Condescending explanation.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
These guys are the best.
Investigate.
Fucking love the Elcor.
Elcor!
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Okay, history.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly. Within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups, though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Ambassador?
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you.
Hello, other Elcor.
Enjoy your time on the Citadel. Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
What's wrong?
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What happened?
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where is she?
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
The Asari consort.
Condescending explanation.
Okay, so we just came out of... We should be... Yeah, okay, we're up here. So yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. Oh hey, there's an Asari. Speaking of the Asari.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
Commander?
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Location?
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel
You can set waypoints
Embassies.
so your mini-map
If
will
you
point
have
you
more
towards the
questions,
direction you're
please
intending to look
access
around in.
Avina.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Avina?
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
Personal question.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
Busy?
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Out this direction. Should be... I've remembered the map correctly. Yeah, so CSEC is going to be down there along with the lounge. And out this way, another Elcor. And also another Keeper that we can't mark yet. There is a diplomatic archive here. Uses a codex entry. Codex entry. And some experience and stuff. Oops.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Human Delcor, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you. Don't mind me, just kind of poking around CSEC, nothing to see here. Diplomatic advisory warning. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow Biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. You understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our new world. Come join us in the Hawking Ada cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. Sounds like something we're gonna have to deal with eventually.
Yeah.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Who are you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
Yeah, attitude towards humans.
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to
Dude,
take
the
all
face
the
on this
power
guy's
you can
kind of
get.
rad, actually.
You're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
We're not favorites.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
Hell no.
Spectres.
Tell me more about everything.
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
Not a fan?
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
That's a bit naive.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
And that's why you're not a Spectre.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres, they'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
I haven't liked any of the Spectres we've met so far, so I'm not gonna say they're important.
I mean, technically, we've only met one.
Okay, any of the Spectres who've appeared on screen. So, CSEC.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the
Basically,
CSEC
Spectre can do
representative to the
literally
Council, I
anything they
spend
want,
most of
and
my
it won't
time
be
liaising
illegal because they're Spectres. It's a problem. Yeah.
Okay, and investigation.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye.
Level up. This is why you, like, talk to everybody.
Well, yeah, it's a BioWare game.
Yeah.
You click on everything that looks like it has information, and you talk to absolutely the fuck everybody.
So we're kind of more or less at time here. So what I'm gonna have us do is we're gonna go ahead and take that level up, and then we're gonna save and hopefully remember to talk to these people next time. 6 points.
I mean, obviously warp.
Advanced warp. Inflicts 8 damage per second. Lowers the target's damage protection by 60%. Okay. Next level, we'll be able to unlock Singularity.
So we need to put at least a couple points into Agent to lower our cooldown.
Okay. Well, we can't put it into Agent. I assume you meant Adept.
That's what I meant. The words are all a little teensy bit blurry from where I'm sitting. And then a point into both Charm and Intimidate.
Figure this is probably something you would have already guessed by now, but it really trips me up every time you mention BioWare. I mean, we can't help that they developed the game.
Okay.
4 points for Karth.
I mean, yes, we're sticking with our usual go-tos of decryption and electronics for at least 1 point each.
And sabotage. Yep. Times, go ahead. Electronics.
We should probably let him put one into Sentinel.
Okay.
And I guess we can yeah, just an extra point to Sentinel.
Alright. Sounds good. And Ashley.
Yeah, I know. You hate it when I take prolonged periods of time to think, but...
No, I mean... I get where you're coming from. You know, it's...
So, honestly, I'm leaning towards putting an extra point into combat armor, assault training, and soldier, and then just picking an weapon type to focus on for her so that she's got something going for her on the offensive side.
Well, probably assault rifles, honestly.
Works for me.
Either that or we go, like, far enough down pistols to get to shotgun and then have her, like, main shotgun. But, I mean, that's gonna be, I think, probably the call, one of those two.
Then why not stick with assault rifles? Because if we have to soak points into pistols to get to shotguns, that just seems like a lot of points being spent for not as much payout.
Alright, Ashley is set to go. She's going ARs. Decided that. Let's get her whatever the best AR we can hand her is. Which I suppose is probably this one. And give her some...
I feel like for her, armor-piercing rounds might not... like, hammerhead or armor-piercing might not be the wrong call.
So, armor-piercing are really good if you're fighting specifically Geth, but
Fair.
are kind of terrible against, like, everything else. I think hammerhead rounds are probably fine. And we didn't get, like, better armor from you, did we? No. I mean, technically, yes, we did get Phoenix armor, but we didn't put points in to be able to equip heavy armor yet.
So Bio is also saying, so the nice thing about the lockpick skills in this game is that they also give other useful shit besides lockpicking. So they're just a really good in general thing to level up.
Yep.
But besides, there's going to be someone else who's way better at shotguns than her. So
Yes, that's fair.
going assault rifles so you aren't overlapping with your own weapon is probably the better call.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And that's like one of the issues with Karth is that we're sort of a pistol. Like, pistols are one of the things that we can eventually do. Although, hilariously, we have to put points into armor. Like, we have to get up to here in armor to be able to, like, do pistols.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Yeah. But I mean, we're getting Singularity next level, which is nice. And then, you know, we keep dumping points into Adept. Fortunately, there's only ever 3 ranks of Charm and Intimidate, so we can stop dumping points into that next level.
Yeah,
probably.
I was about to say that was part of why I was like, well, let's just pick up rank 2 of Charm and Intimidate at the same time, because because I was looking at it, I'm like, it looks like those max out at 3.
Yeah.
So, you know, if we max those out next level, then we've got all the dialogue options we could need from those, and then we can just focus other things.
Okay, so once Master Warp is in place, it's 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off.
So it's basically able to stay up.
50% uptime, yeah. Singularity is going to be 4-second duration with a 60-second cooldown.
So it's a you use it when you absolutely need it.
No, you just use it to suck everybody into one place, and then you warp them for like damage. Although by the time you get to like rank 10, it's 8-second duration on 40-second cooldown, which isn't like nearly as bad.
And that might not be as bad if we pump more points into Adept too.
Yeah, that's the other thing is by the time we get to like the end there, we're 14% like cooldown reduction. So that helps. You know, we've got other stuff we want to put into eventually as well. Like Lift will get us, you know, crowd control.
Yeah, like I promise I'm not actually ignoring Throne
Oh no,
Lift
no,
long term.
I know what you're doing. Getting to Singularity, I'm with you. I think it's reasonable.
Like, I'm absolutely going to put points into other things, but you know, right now I'm prioritizing cooldown reduction, the social skills, and getting to the thing I actually really want.
Yeah, no, it
makes
a lot of sense. Also, given you do also have to worry about cooldowns for your abilities, being able to decent pistol damage for backup would be handy. Yeah, true story. Like, we'll get the pistol eventually. You know, it's on the list. It just takes some time to, like, you know, get there. In the meantime, we, like, supplement it with, like, actually just giving ourselves the best possible pistol. And eventually getting better biotic amps. That'll help as well.
Also, given you do also have to worry about cooldowns for your abilities, being able to...
Yeah.
Something... Pistol... Oh, okay.
So, next week, we see if there's anybody in here that we can talk to for more experience.
And then we continue actively avoiding the plot for as much time as humanly possible.
That's definitely a named person over there. Private Frick. There's a bunch of quests we can go do on the
Oh yeah, I assume that this is the same thing as that first planet in Tor, where...
So, if I remember right, like, I know there's some stuff we can do down here at the Asari Consort. There's at least a couple quests that start out over in the Imperium here. There's like elevators that go like other places. Oh, those are just rapid transit. We can go to the wards. There's like a bunch of shit for us to do. And once we pick up the quest to find the keepers, there's also a bunch of keepers around the place. We've seen 2 of them already. I think there's like 10 or something total, and it's supposed to be like a game kind of spanning quest. I don't think you can actually, at least in the original, I don't think you could complete it until like basically the end of the game. But you can get like 7 or 8 of them right off the bat.
Well, I'm not gonna remember where any of them are.
We saw one in, I believe it was the Elcor area, and then up here in the like, or maybe Elcor and CSEC. Maybe we've seen 2 of them so far. Elcor and the lounge.
I'm just going to trust Bio will remind us where the ones we've found.
One of the
were.
Elcor and one right next to us. Yeah.
Because the fugue state. Wait. Rotate the camera back to the. Keep going. Stop. So, for a second, and I don't know if you'll remember it or not, but the symbol on the wall, on the flag. For the briefest moment, the reason I made you go back to it was I was trying to figure out whether it was 5 or 7 points, because my brain, because I've been reading a lot of Pathfinder stuff lately, was like, is there a Sahedron on that wall? Because I love absolutely everything to do with Aslan.
That's interesting. Why is that? Why are we only quick toggling between... Yeah, we're only quick toggling between sniper rifle and pistol. Is it just the last 2 that you had equipped? Is that what it is? Like if I were to do pistol and then like go to like the shotgun and quick tap, I go back to pistol, then back to... Okay. So I can kind of have 2 guns to quick swap between. Not that we ever would want to use anything that's not a pistol, on account of, like, we don't get bonuses for it. But it's good to kind of figure out how this shit works. It is unfortunate that we can only kind of set up like 1 quick ability here. Throw allows you to throw enemies and objects using a melee, So we might at some point want to maybe think about, because under, I think it's here, we got people set to just use like defensive powers only, or we could switch it over to like just use everything. And I think the idea is that like by having it set to just defensive, like they'll only use stuff to protect themselves and leave their abilities off cooldown, so you can
decide when they trigger,
direct them as to when to use it, as opposed to having it on all. They'll just dump abilities like
left and right.
But I think it's gonna, I think the decision between those, like, it's too early to make it. So I think I kind of need to see if I get in the habit of like actually using abilities on them.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, it's probably better for them to just dump
have it
them.
set to all. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll work all that. Basically, set it to defense if you want to micromanage our offensive skills, which is kind of cumbersome. Yeah. Well, that's sort of what I'm thinking, but I'm gonna kind of see how it goes before I make that determination.
I mean, also right now they don't really have, like, Kurth's the only one that has offensive, like, outright offensive skills, isn't he? Because we haven't given Ashley anything other than...
So she's got Adrenaline Burst and she's got Overkill. So Overkill just lets you, like, spam fire your assault rifle, basically. So theoretically, she can go into Overkill, fire a bunch of shots, Overkill wears off, and she immediately adrenaline bursts to Overkill again. So she's got, like, that going, but then Karth has Throw and Sabotage and Overload. Sabotage is also, like, very good, because it just goes, you don't have a weapon for a bit, which is extremely useful. And Overload, you know, just kind of fucks people's shields. Although, like, to be honest, Ashley's not gonna be with us forever. She's just boring. Like, among the fact that she's a terrible character, she's also just boring.
Again, I don't distrust what everyone's saying, but the game hasn't given me a reason to dislike her yet.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's coming.
Like, the amount of vehemence that you and everyone else has for her, I'm sure with the way you guys are, must be merited, but...
Just wait until we get introduced to Garrus. Like, as soon as we're introduced to Garrus, and Ashley gets the chance to start talking about Garrus, you'll understand.
I'm sure I will. But you know, every time we're in dialogue with her, and, you know, people are saying, like, pick the bitchy option, I'm like, she's not given me any reason to yet. Like...
Yeah, it's coming. Anyway, we're gonna call it here for this week. More next week, unless something goes horrifically wrong.
Alright, we'll catch you guys later. Bye!